Have you ever judged someone just by the way they look, only to later realize how wrong you were? Ava had. And the moment she found out the truth, it broke her heart and rebuilt her perspective forever. It was a cold November morning when Ava entered her favorite coffee shop downtown. She was dressed sharply, heels clicking on the floor, leather bag in hand, AirPods in ears. A rising star in her marketing firm, she didn't have time for small talk, much less for awkward encounters. As she stepped in line, she noticed him. An older man, scruffy beard, wrinkled coat, boots held together by duct tape. He stood to the side, eyes scanning the room nervously. He clutched a worn backpack and looked as though he hadn't slept well, maybe in days. Ava sighed. Another homeless guy. She immediately felt herself tighten. She didn't want to be rude, but also didn't want to deal with what usually came next. A request for spare change, maybe a sad story, maybe worse. When she reached the counter, she placed her order quickly, latte, no sugar, and moved aside. That's when the man stepped forward. Everyone seemed to pause. "I'll just take a black coffee," he said quietly, placing a crumpled dollar bill on the counter. The barista hesitated, clearly unsure if that would even cover it. Ava rolled her eyes. She thought, why doesn't he just ask for help instead of pretending? But then something unexpected happened. The man reached into his coat and pulled out a small, red cloth pouch. From it, he took out several military challenge coins, symbols of honor earned through service. He lined them up carefully on the counter and whispered, "Keep the change." The barista paused, then nodded with quiet respect. Ava was confused. Curiosity won over judgment. After the man sat near the window with his small cup of coffee, Ava walked over. "Are those military coins?" she asked, almost apologetically. The man looked up. "Yes, ma'am, Iraq, Afghanistan, and a few others I try to forget." Ava felt her face warm. I didn't realize." The man gave a tired smile. "Most people don't. They see the beard, the coat, the duct tape, and decide who I am before I can speak." She nodded, ashamed. "I'm sorry." He looked at her, not angry, just kind. "You're not the first. You won't be the last, but thank you for asking." She sat down beside him. They talked for nearly an hour. About war, about people, about how someone can survive a battlefield, only to come home and feel invisible. Ava left the coffee shop that day without finishing her latte, but she carried something else. A heavy reminder that not everything broken is lost, and not everyone struggling is weak. That night, she took one of his coins. He had given it to her before she left, and placed it on her nightstand. A reminder to see people, not just look at them. In the words of the Bible, do not judge by appearances, but judge with right judgment. And in Buddhist teaching, the moment you see others as yourself, compassion is born. Ava had judged too quickly, like we all do sometimes. But one humble veteran, over one humble cup of coffee, changed the way she would see the world. Forever.